These days, many Christians are alarmed by anything that has to do with predicting Jesus' return. But in the contrary, Jesus said you can know approximately in what year Jesus will return. So this is Matthew chapter 24, verse 33. So you also, when you see all these things, you know that it is near, at the doors. So he says, when you see all these things, then Jesus' return is very near, like even at the door. So what is all these things? So just before this verse, Jesus explained about what will happen. So he said, when you see the abomination of desolation set in the holy place, then the great tribulation will start. So how do we know that when great tribulation starts, then Jesus' return is imminent? Because the great tribulation is 3.5 years. So when you see the great tribulation happening, then approximately after 3.5 years, Jesus' return will happen. And furthermore, even way before that, we can know in what year Jesus' return will happen. So this is Daniel chapter 9, verse 27. Then he shall confirm a covenant with many for 1 week. But in the middle of the week he shall bring an end to sacrifice and offering. And on the wing of abominations shall be one who makes desolate. So this is the famous Daniel's 70th week prophecy. So it says, he shall confirm a covenant with many for 1 week. So many Bible scholars think that this 1 week is actually 7 years. So 1 week is 7 days, and it actually means 7 years. And it says, he shall confirm a covenant with many for 1 week. So who is he? So this he is the Antichrist. So if you've been watching this channel, then we know that Obama will attack Israel, and at that time the Jewish Messiah will appear and kill Obama, and he will save Israel. And that Jewish Messiah is the Antichrist. And when that happens, whoever that is who kills Obama and saves Israel and accepted as a Jewish Messiah, that person is the Antichrist. And when that person makes a covenant for 7 years, then we know that after about 7 years, Jesus will return. Why do we know that? Because it says, but in the middle of the week he shall bring an end to sacrifice and offering, and on the wing of abominations shall be one who makes desolate. So he, the Antichrist, will make a 7-year covenant, and in the middle point, the abomination of desolation will be set up in the holy place. So we know that when the Antichrist makes a 7-year agreement, then after 3.5 years, which is the middle point of that 7 year, then the abomination of desolation will be set up, and then after that, in another 3.5 years, Jesus will return. So although we cannot know the day or the hour of Jesus' return, we can know when these things happen, then in about what year Jesus will return. That we can know. So why is it important to know about that? It's because Jesus said we should flee the great tribulation, and when the time comes, we have to turn our backs to this world and flee from the great tribulation, because this whole world will go under the governance of the Antichrist. And when the great tribulation happens, it will be like almost the end of the world, and we have to like wrap up everything that we own, and we've been doing our business in this world. We have to wrap that up, everything, and then we have to prepare for 3.5 years. So when we evacuate from the Great Tribulation, we have to endure for 3.5 years. So we have to prepare for all that, and we have to flee the Great Tribulation. But if you don't know the schedule about when Jesus will return, then how can you time that evacuation? So if you flee from the Great Tribulation too prematurely, then all your preparation will run out, and then you cannot endure anymore. So actually it's very important to know when the Great Tribulation will start and when Jesus will return. And those who are just worried about everything that has to do with Jesus' return, and because what happened with the cult and past tragedies, and they don't want to think about it and just leave this world and don't care about Jesus' return, then they will be caught in the Great Tribulation like a trap. So this is Luke chapter 21 verse 34. But take heed to yourselves, lest your hearts be weighed down with carousing, drunkenness, and cares of this life, and that day come on you unexpectedly.